up. Can I say it? Just once?
Only if you wish to suffer.
Get over here!
Perfect.
Hello guys, and welcome to another character review. In the last episode of the series we evaluated Shira Ryu Takeda. This time we are going to review Covert Ops Cassie. As always guys, please mind the date when this video has been created, because a lot of things may have changed since then, and if you're not familiar with the matrix I'm using so that I can evaluate characters, you can find it on the top right corner of the screen. So without any further ado, let's put Covert Ops Cassie Cage to the test. I just wanted to let you know guys that from now on I'm going to call Covert Ops Cassie Cage just Cassie, because it's a little bit shorter and easier to pronounce. So Cassie has 47,817 attack, which is the 25th highest in the game and the 9th highest among the gold characters. The hit points, they are 88,320, the 34th highest overall and the 16th highest among the gold characters. Cassie Cage has 41,580 toughness, the 21st highest in the game and the 4th highest among the gold characters. Quite good performance there. The recovery is 37,422, the 28th highest in the game and the 13th highest among the gold characters. And the power generation is just 100%, so in the end she gets 16.7 out of 28 possible points for her stats. In general, except for the toughness, everything else seems to be on average level. Glow Kick, this is the name of Cassie's special 1. It looks very much like her mother's special 1, Sonya Blade. However, it can be blocked. This time though we are going to take into consideration Cassie's passive, so we're going to give her some points when it comes to her special being unblockable. Unfortunately, her special 1 doesn't have any buff or debuff. The good part is that it can be cast from anywhere, even at long range, it is lethal, and it consists only of one attack. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of her special 1 is 15,779, the 35th highest in the game and the 16th highest among the gold characters. The maximum damage is 31,559, the 36th highest overall and the 21st highest in the gold league. And once again, let's recap the properties of her special 1. It is completely blockable, however we are taking into consideration here her passive, so we are giving some points. It doesn't have any buff or debuff, it can be cast from anywhere, it is lethal, and it consists of only one hit. So, for her special 1, Cassandra Cage gets 5.9 out of 12 possible points, which is definitely not an impressive result. Now imagine a battle cruiser dropping bombs on you. In a nutshell, this is Cassie's special 2. Back in time it used to be one of the most powerful special 2s in the game. Now it is still good, but not as overpowered as it used to be. So, special 2 of Cassie Cage is completely blockable, however we're going to take into consideration her passive, so we're going to be giving some points there. It has Cripple as main debuff, which is amazing. Special 2 of Cassie can be cast from distance. You have to keep in mind that the first mini attack may miss, even though that's not a big deal considering that it doesn't deal almost any damage. Special 2 of Cassie is lethal and it consists of 4 mini attacks. When it comes to damage, the minimum damage of Cassie's special 2 is 41,026, which is the 32nd highest overall and the 14th highest in the gold league. The maximum damage is 80,476, the 36th highest in the game and the 14th highest among the gold characters. Special 2 of Cassie can be blocked completely, however we are going to take into consideration her passive and allocate some points here. Her special 2 has Cripple as main debuff, which is amazing. It can be cast from anywhere, even though the first mini attack may miss, but this is not a big deal. The ability is little and it consists of 4 mini attacks. So, in total, she scores 12.7 out of 18 points for her special 2. The X-ray of Cassandra Cage is called Testicle, and oh boy, it looks quite painful to watch. On top of that, it has Power Drain as main debuff, and it also can be cast from distance, so don't be afraid to use it even if you're not that close to the opponent. In general, one of the best looking X-rays in the game, in my humble opinion. When it comes to damage, the damage of Cassie deals 99,411, almost 100k damage. It's the 37th highest overall and the 14th highest among the gold characters. Once again, it has Power Drain as main debuff and can be cast from distance. So she gets 3.7 out of 4 points for her X-ray. And the total amount of points she gets for her special attacks combined is 22.3 out of possible 34. Now, every time when I do a review on a character, I play a lot of hard battles with that character, because I'm very interested in finding out how this character performs when it comes to basic attacks. Cassandra Cage has very fast basic attacks, that's without any doubt. However, she has some issues with chaining them. As you can see now, I'm fighting Undead Hunter Johnny Cage. Unfortunately, he is blocking so Cassie doesn't push him back. And now, he is not blocking, but since she doesn't get any combo ender in the end of her basic attacks, she doesn't push him back, which unfortunately leaves her in a very vulnerable position for counter attack. So on paper it seems that she doesn't have the best chaining in the world. However, after playing with her so many games, after winning so many games with her, I came to the conclusion that actually her passive and the fact that she has very fast basic attacks kind of compensate for her bad chaining. So in the end of the day, her chaining feels okay. That is why I decided to give her 4 points for her basic attack speed and 3 points for her basic attack chaining, for the total of 7 out of 10. Covert Ops. This is the name of the passive of Cassie. What it does is that it gives you 25% chance for unblockable attacks for all Spec Ops characters. I'm not quite impressed with that passive. I regard it as a decent, useful passive, but nothing special. To be honest, I prefer the Mushan Sonya passive to Covert Ops Cassie passive. There are 2 reasons for that. First reason, you can get items that give you more unblockable attack chance. And second, after all, it is just a chance. You may get it, but you may not get it. While if you're having a character that boosts the attack by 30%, there is no chance, you just get the attack bonus straight away throughout the entire game. So, as I already mentioned, I'm not a big fan of her passive, so I'm giving it 14 out of 20 points. Cassie is just a Spec Ops character, so she gets only 1 point there and she doesn't have any tag-in attack. So, probably you're wondering whether Covert Ops Cassie is a good character. To be honest, probably she is. She has decent stats, decent damage on her special 1, special 2, she has grip on her special 2, which is always good, and she has an amazing X-ray. I'm not a huge fan of her passive though, however, except for her passive, I can say that I like almost everything about her. So, in the end of the day, I'll be giving her 2 out of my 3 entirely subjective points. I would have given her 3 if her passive was a little bit better. I mean, let's be honest guys, there are just better passives out there when it comes to supporting. Covert Ops Cassie passive is okay, but it is simply not good enough, it is just outdated. Even though that when she was introduced to the game, the passive felt much stronger and the entire character felt much stronger. She used to be one of the most overpowered characters in the entire game. So, from today's perspective, she gets 63 points out of 100, and the final verdict for Cassie will be a good character. Definitely a good character. And definitely a good character for a definitely good price of only 250 souls. When it comes to gameplay, guys, please keep in mind that Cassie Cage is not the best opener, so whenever you're doing a team with her, avoid putting her on the first spot in the team. Apart from that, due to the nature of her passive, again, it's very hard for me to tell you which are the champions, or in other words, the characters that she counters, but of course, there are characters that are tough matchups for Cassie Cage. They are the usual suspects, Ravenous Melina, even though Cassie can actually resist her stun because of her gear. Assassin Jade, also a tough matchup for Cassie. MK11 Jade, also Punk Cassie, of course. When it comes to the best items, if you are going to put Cassie as your main damage dealer, please equip her with Right Hammer, with her body armor, amazing piece of equipment for Cassie, and with Chansung Stone. In case she's supporting, then give her Bloody Tomahawk so that she can not only cripple the opponents but also steal some power. Give her again her body armor, and as accessory you can give her a Soul Medallion. When it comes to the best teams, it is very important to decide whether you want to use Cassie as your main damage dealer or whether you want to use her as support card. Should you decide to use her as your main damage dealer, then without any doubt the best team around her includes Cassie, Shiryu Takeda and Demolition Sonya. This team rocks, and Cassie is really powerful in this team. And of course, if you don't have Demolition Sonya or if you don't like her, you can replace her with High-Tech Jackie and the team will be still viable. However, I personally prefer the Demolition Sonya variation. So, if you want to use Cassie as your main support character, guys, then it all depends on the character you use as your main damage dealer. This might be Heavy Weapon Jax, this might be Combat Cup Johnny, this might be, let's say, Undead Hunter Johnny Cage, or even Cosplay Jackie. To be honest, Cassie Cage is a decent support for all of the teams that you are seeing on the screen right now. So, if you have stronger Spec Ops cards, don't be afraid to use Cassie in the team as a support. And when I say stronger, I mean at higher fusion or level than her. Okay guys, we reached the end of the video. Cassie Cage scored 63 points out of 100 and we labeled her as a good character. And once again, she's probably the best deal in the store at this moment because she goes for only 250 souls, and this is just amazing for such a strong character. So, what do you think about Cassie, guys? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Just let me know what you think down below in the comment section, and as always, if you want to see more reviews, you can find the playlist on the top right corner of the screen right now. So, see you next time, guys. Take care.
From the page of Cage.